The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Sunday, December 29th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up. And when you do, sign up with that promo code TCESGPN to get a 50% deposit bonus up to $1,000. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm is the leader in data-driven picks and props. Get your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, what's up, you degenerate gamblers? This is Bill Burr, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks for Sunday, December 29th.
I was thinking about you today.
Oh, it was a fine day. Welcome. Look, we got 3 days till the new yonder. YouTube.com/the college experience. Hit that like and subscribe button. It was a fine day, if I may say so myself. Yeah. I mean, let's just do another. Oh yeah, we're home. Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll get to the yeah. I mean, college football experience. Check out the college football experience. There's gonna be a lot of Ric Flair action going on as these bullshit NC State pussy pack tried to talk the talk. They got beat down like the little bitches they always are. But I'm doing the football show. Just check out the college football experience for that. This is the college basketball experience. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Dant, Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
Nobody knows nothing. Somebody knows. Double the price, but no one touches Dundee.
Oh, I guess it bleeds over into the basketball show. I mean, look, I know it's a basketball show. Some people might be tuning in and be like, what the fuck's going on? We had a fine day today. What does I get? Plus 240 on the money line. Backed it up with 7.5. Whew. I am joined by my co-host. He was on this wager as well. But I mean, look, we got to talk basketball. Yeah. But give it up for the host of the Big 12 College Experience. Check that out. And the Ryan and Rush Show. Check out that show as well. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame Coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Moneyline Mac. How are you, brother?
I'm doing good, man. Had 500 day in college basketball, but college football was where it was at for us today. Shout out to your Pirates. I was a little worried that we were really going to get not only backdoored on this bullshit call, but then somehow we were going to lose the cover too. But never in doubt, shout out to your Pirates. Let's go.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight. And yeah, I mean, we should have had a defensive touchdown right before that. The ACC tried to phone it in. They needed a win really bad. They were trying to get it going, but I completely disagree with all those takes. The announcers, Stanford Steve, what a great scene at the end. All these people fighting. It's fantastic for the sport. You got a ref with blood. Come on.
That's great.
Come on. We want that. Let's not lie to our face. They open up the season next year in Raleigh. I'll be there. All right. Guaranteed I'll be there. And looking forward to it. But anyway, it's like, when are we just going to get honest announcers? This is great for the sport. This is great for your fucking Sports Center show. This is great for everything. The internet. Nice little dust up, right? This is what rivalry games do, right?
I mean, a couple guys got ejected. NC State was pissed they lost. They should be. And ECU was rubbing it in like they should have because they tried to job ECU. And, I mean, ECU should have beat them twice in a row now. They should have won that fucking game in Greenville, too.
Oh, yeah. What, 3 missed extra points and a missed field goal? Yeah, sure. Well, that was almost the end of Pick Dundee. I was very close to jumping off several bridges. But let's talk basketball because we opened up with a banger. I had a 12-10 night. But I mean, I got to do some bitching on some, but we opened up with a banger. We almost won this thing outright. 21.5 points for EKU. Double lock. Get this shit out of here. Louisville 78. Eastern Kentucky 76. Dude, he almost stepped out of bounds too. I mean, he didn't.
And he might have walked.
Yeah, I thought that was a walk, but I feel like they've been very gracious with that. It's starting to bleed into the college game a little bit. Yep. What a game.
Yeah, I mean they pushed them to the wire. This was an in-state battle. EKU is a tough team to catch off a long extended rest coming off a holiday, just because they're in your ass right from the beginning, pressing you for 40 minutes. And Louisville's lucky that they got out of this because they got Carolina on deck now.
This is why this game, I remember they had not played this since 2019.
They might not play it again.
This is one where normally I don't like government involved with my shit, but I'm like in business, you know what I mean? Too many things, but I love when they have these tie-ins like ECU and NC State should play every fucking year. Did you see that game? Did you see the game before that? I mean, those games most of the time always deliver. Eastern Kentucky, Western Kentucky, Northern Kentucky should be like on a carousel playing Louisville and Kentucky every year. It's just, that's the sport. That sometimes I think we forget that that's the sport. That's why we fell in love with it. I mean, it wasn't necessarily Eastern Kentucky against Louisville, but Louisville playing Kentucky, you know what I mean? And many other games like that, you know what I mean? And that's the sport. That's what we love. I watched this whole game from start to finish, Eastern Kentucky, Louisville. And I said, this is fucking awesome. Why am I seeing this once every 5 years? Play this fucking more. What a game.
Especially in basketball when you have 10 opportunities to schedule non-con games. I mean, all these high majors need bye games. I mean, it makes sense. And it's easy for the little guy to get on a bus, save some bucks, and go try and knock off Big Brother. Yeah. I mean, it was a fun one. And you saw it again with the game I once went to. Maryland Eastern Shore in Maryland. Nice call. Did you bet this? I should have. I am so pissed I did it. This is like the biggest sweat free. How do you lose by 15 and cover by almost 30?
Dude, I got a text this morning from the old bet detective CJ Sullivan. And if you're living in LA, you still got time to catch him at the Improv tonight on Melrose. He's like, he texted me this morning, going big on Maryland Eastern Shore plus 41.5. And I was just like,
oh,
may God be with you. You know what I mean? But it cashed for him. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
As they lose by 25. I had that game on for a little bit, actually, man. The thing about today was there was limited noon kicks or noon tips in college hoops. So I had a lot of eyes. Honestly, I watched the entire Eastern Kentucky Louisville game. I watched 80% of this Maryland Eastern Shore game. I had Alice Lloyd and Morehead State on a fucking TV.
Yeah.
Alice Lloyd. Who the fuck is Alice Lloyd? I feel like Earl Weaver over here. But and same with the Coppin State Georgetown game.
Yeah.
And then, by the way, cover. I don't remember what we see. Here's the problem.
We should have just dogged it up early, man.
What was the line last night? Because I do the pregame show. I have a really hard time on Saturdays remembering which. I think last night that line was short.
It might have been 29.5.
That's what I'm saying. And the pregame show, I didn't bet this game, but I just said, give me Coppin. It was 30.5. They covered. If you bet this, you're a true sicko. There was, I think I saw Clark say there's 5,000 people there, way bigger than his guesstimate.
That's an improvement from what they've had.
Dude, I was thinking about this. I think we should go to a Georgetown game this year.
Yeah, we got to look at the schedule because they're 11-2. Them and Maryland are both 11-2. So the DMV's got a little pop back into it.
When does UConn come? Oh man, it's right around the corner. I don't know. See, I want something when college football is over. That UConn comes there Saturday, January 11th.
Shit, that's like next week.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know that I can pull that off, but
St. John's game, Tuesday, January 28th.
You know, I've been kicked out of a stadium once before for making fun of Rick Pitino. Maybe I can do that again. That was at ECU when Louisville. Once upon a time, Louisville and ECU were both in the Conference USA, and
I forgot.
Might have had about 30 Jaeger bombs, and told Rick Pitino he's a like 3 rows back. He's a fraud. He's a cheat. And ironically, this is pre the Louisville shit. I mean, he was at Louisville at the time. I'm just saying, like, I had no inside intel. I just had a feeling because I knew the college basketball world. But I did get escorted out of the arena.
You're out.
Yeah, but that was it's been 20 years. I'm looking now. Yeah, it's been 20 years. I'm pretty sure I'm no longer on a list. Folks, I do want to tell you that the college basketball experience is part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Check out our app, the SGPN app. Yes, all of our picks and podcasts and articles are in one place, and it's all for free. Just type in SGPN in the App Store, Google Play Store, and click download. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride. I told you we should have bet this one. Delaware State plus 20. I didn't tell you that we should. I'm lying. I just thought I took Delaware State. I didn't give you any inkling of, hey, let's fucking bet this game, but it covered for me. One that I was surprised about was the way Georgia Tech put it on Alabama A&M. I watched this whole game, by the way. Why? Because I have 8 TVs and there was not enough content. That's why Alice Lloyd made the fucking TV. But Georgia Tech put it on Alabama A&M. I'm so glad we didn't bet this because I actually feel like you could have talked me into A&M and the points last night. Your thoughts?
They got killed. I mean, well, Georgia Tech never kills anybody. I couldn't believe this outcome.
Yeah. And then where's my guy Charles Walker at? Shout out to Charles Walker. Memphis, 87, Ole Miss 70. And in the midst of this, Penny Hardaway is 7-1 in the regular season against top 25 teams. Woo!
Unreal. This is a horrible read. Did you double lock this with me last night?
I did. And I felt very good about it. And I ate a big old bag of shit. And I got to be honest, though. I like to think that I'm one of the ones that's defended Penny for getting misseeded a couple times. And there was a dust up in this game, by the way. But
the guy fucking just punched.
Yeah. Just I think I called for this. I can't remember if I called it for Mississippi State or this. So maybe I could be mistaken. But yeah, I mean, I didn't know he was 7-1 and 2. Like, you can't fire this guy. You can't fire this guy. Here, I thought he was on the hot seat. I'm like, wait a second, you're 7-1 against top 25 teams in the past 2 years.
Easy. He hasn't lost to Rice at home yet.
I understand that, but still, like, you telling me you're going to go to fire him and you check out those stats? Because I remember Tubby there, and I guarantee you this: Tubby was not 7-1 against top 25 teams.
He won 20 games both years. He just ran him out because it wasn't sexy.
True, but I don't know if he was 7-1 against top 25 teams.
No, different league. Yeah, Penny's good at getting up for the big ones, and then
that's the problem. Is that it is the Rice game. It is the who they get bit by earlier this year. We were on Arkansas State.
Yeah.
It's that's the game that I feel like it's tough, but what a fucking win. They were on fire in the second half. Oh. I thought at one point, like, Ole Miss got it down to like, I felt like
2.5.
Dude, they couldn't miss a 3 in the second half. I was just sitting there like, okay, just take my fucking money. Take my money.
Yeah, I thought we were good. Once they got to 2.5, Ole Miss looked like shit the entire day, though. Their shot selection was abysmal. I don't know what their game plan was. For whatever reason, they just had no plan offensively against Cisse at the rim, and I guess I undervalued how much of a revenge game that was for Cisse.
Cisse's been at every goddamn school in the.
I know.
His whole schedule's a revenge game. You know what I mean?
He had a pop in his step. He got that alley-oop to start the game. I was like, oh shit, we might be in trouble here.
Look, I have nothing against the guy besides the fact he seems to just. He's like a hitman. It's like whatever the top job is. Give me that money. I'm going to the next place. Right?
He's a clown.
You know what I mean? Though it's like he's not looking at it like, to me, like, I can't knock him too much. We live in a capitalistic society, but at the same time, like, I do think there are coaches that can probably develop him. You know, maybe it is Penny. That's why he's back. But I'm saying, if it was my son, I'd be like, dude,
stick it out.
Well, yeah, and also, like, you're gonna get paid. You're at one of these power schools. Ole Miss is paying. Oklahoma State's paying. So I mean, what the hell is $5,000? What's the difference? It can't be that much for Musa Cisse. You know what I mean? Like,
he's a negotiator. This Musa Cisse guy.
You can't tell me that like someone's offering him $100,000 more. It's impossible. It's like $3,000 more, and he's like, you know what? I will leave. It's $2,000 more. It's $5,000 more. It can't be much more than that. What a win for Memphis, though. They might be game ball worthy.
It's a rivalry game. They hate each other. I mean, they're not too far. They're what? 2 hours.
That's another one. And look, Lane Kiffin can tweet all he wants, but they stopped scheduling Memphis for a reason. I know he wasn't there then, but that game should happen. Tennessee should schedule Memphis too. They haven't played in like 30 fucking years. In football. Those games should all happen, no matter the sport. I don't give a shit if they're playing fucking field hockey. They should be playing. So on the morning show, we talked extensively about this game. Loyola, the line jumped up overnight.
Holy shit, it did. What's going on in Chicago?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
blood money out there.
I don't want to sound like I'm just some schmuck. Hey, whatever fits me. But we had we have video footage of this. I jumped in on this 20.5, and of course they lose by 19, but we called it at 18.5 last night. So, I mean, or 17.5, whatever the fuck it was last night. You ever do so many shows you don't even remember the fucking? But I know this morning we highlighted it was 20.5 because I was asking Clark. I go, what's your buy-in? What's your buy-in here? Because I think 20.5 we have to go all in. So it hit for me. I don't think it hit for you, right?
No, I lost by the hook. I got hooked all fucking day. We're gonna get to a couple of these fucking games. Couple brutal fucking beats here that we're gonna talk about.
Dude, one. You're lucky I don't own them. You're lucky I don't own a flamethrower because I just would have went down the street just lighting shit up. Because I mean, one that I was just like, oh my god, you shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up.
So bad.
Is
So
that the
bad.
next game? No, it's not. Next, we did hit on St. Mary's. How many people tagged us in on George Mason's side? What?
Yeah, I was on Mount.
We got some tweets about some frustrated Mason fans, and I'm like, we all took Mount St. Mary's. We felt pretty good about it. I even said sprinkle the money line, which was a stupid play, but I mean,
yeah, the money line really never had a shot. But
yeah.
Dude, I like Mount St. Mary's. They play hard. They have an identity.
They're a team that could make the NCAA tournament this year.
Yeah,
they're a team that could make the NCAA tournament. Yeah,
Donnie Lynn's doing a good job in year number one.
Folks, I want to tell you the college basketball experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Pickup has one of the biggest menus for all the sports. You can win up to 1,000 times the amount of money you enter with Underdog Streaks. Underdog is always making it easier to win with Profit Boost and Gimme Pick'ems. They got college hoops, they got college football, they got everything else too. MMA, MLB, NHL, NBA, NFL, NASCAR, CFL, everything. All right. You can now use specials and boost on all flex entries as well. So sign up. And when you do, sign up with this promo code, our promo code, TCE SGPN, to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code TCE SGPN. I'm going to give you shit on this one because I feel like, and I mentioned this on the morning show too, that you kind of brought me in the muck. Now I'm my own man. I made this wager. 5 losses in a row. You made sense to me, but goddamn Georgia State, Mercer 71, Georgia State 68.
Oh,
dude, Robinson from Mercer had a triple double going.
Fucking Georgia State missed a point blank 2-footer to win the game. This team sucks. I watched this. I was on the way to dinner with family, and I saw this. I was like, this motherfucking Georgia State team is a layup at the buzzer. Oh, my God, they suck. So bad, man. I actually thought that I I like the spot. They were all 5 straight losses, new season coming in. They clearly were locked in. I mean, this is the closest they've come to winning a game. The line was won for a reason, and they, like I said, they missed a point blank 2-footer to win the game because they suck.
Yeah.
They suck.
Josh Lower 34. Do they pay Colby to be on Sports Grid? Everything we do, VSiN or Sports Grid, they're friends of ours. But it's also to grow our brand. So no, I mean, I'm not I don't know if you caught me on the grid. I was on multiple times today, but all that is promo for us, the way we treat it, the way I've always treated it. And I'm pretty sure Max the same way.
Yep. It's
promo, get out there, spread the name on shit. But I mean, hopefully if we ever got that green light, I think we'd be interested, but no, we go on there to promote our podcast, our platform, and check us out. Check out VSiN. Check out Sports Grid. We're on it all the fucking time. Boston radio. What I do Montana radio often. You do what? Richmond radio, right?
Yeah, but the guy I grew up playing youth basketball has a local radio show here from 12 to 3 on 910 The Fan. So check his out, AWOD Radio. I go in there pretty much every Friday to just preview the football game for the weekend.
Yeah. I mean, my shit is random. I've done Pittsburgh. I mean, the only one as far as like local cities, Boston, I'm on pretty frequently, but the other stuff, very random. Shout out to Chad G. Hell of a nice guy. Hit me up and send me a Christmas gift. What a fucking saint. Rob Donaldson, don't be a fucking dick. I know it. I know it here. Hold on. I got it here.
I only on the show. I only go on the show once a week, but hey, it's on the tip of my tongue.
I'm horrible at that shit. I am really.
Hey, you got.
I'm the type of guy that could walk into a bar, meet someone, and they could offer me a job that would change my fucking life. They'd be like, I'll give you a, indecent proposal style or some shit like that. And I would not remember their name after 5 seconds. But hold on, I got this right now.
I love the guy. I love speaking of Montana, I love your guys from FCS Nation Radio. They do a great job.
Oh, my guy Kevin. Yeah,
Kevin's great. He's great.
What makes it worse for me is I can't pronounce. I gotta find this. Well, this is gonna sound horrible. I have a hard time with the Native American last names and how to spell them. Yeah, I really do. No. All right.
He's misspelling it in its context, right?
Dude, it's like A-E, all of that shit blends together. A before E after I don't fucking remember. But my guy's name is he's out there in the universe.
God.
I have it here somewhere. In my contact list.
This is a great exercise.
It's fucking horrible because I know he listens to this. That's the worst part about it. It's embarrassing for me because I know he listens to this.
He's like, what a friend. I like this Dundee guy. Not.
I've never met him in my fucking life besides being on the show, but I do like the guy. I can't spell his fucking name. So I can't find it in my context. So when he hits me up is when I know. I'll find it eventually. I didn't know it to help me out here. Noah's got to be back on the boards, like type it in shit for me to find this.
Speaking of Bieniek, let's have a discussion on our guy Bieniek. Great college football day, everybody. While you're looking, great college football day, great college basketball day. Even had some NFL games. Bieniek is over there breaking down Denver versus UMass.
He sends us a text. You catch this? What was it again? Las Vegas or UNLV?
Denver.
But it was like UNLV's what? It's like their prep team or some shit. I don't remember. But he sends me this in the middle of like I'm fucking watching ECU NC State with like 3 minutes left. We got all this other stuff going on, and he sends me this hockey game, and like I get his point. I agree that you should always play the games. Like I hate the college football fan that's they're not worthy. And meanwhile, they love fucking Rudy, right? But you should always play the fucking games. Yeah. I got it. 102.9 ESPN. 102.9. Nuanez Now, I believe it is. Nuanez Now. I could be butchering this. Is the name of the show in Missoula. See, it only took a fucking one Google from me. I'm on that show often. Coulter Nuanez. I could be fucking that up. Anyway. It could be Noons. It could be. I don't remember. But he's the fucking man. He's great. We love Montana. I've done stand up in the great state of Montana. It's fantastic. I appreciate the person that sold Rudy crack. We did lock this and hit. And this was sharp. If I may brag about this. North Carolina A&T against Central. 85-72. I told you this crowd was going to show up. Who the fuck was in here? Who was in here saying this? No one's going to be at this game. The chat last night was saying this. I watched this whole fucking game. This place was lit. This place was. I knew this place would be. It's a rivalry game.
I need to ask Terrell or Lante, why wasn't this game at Central? Because last year they played at A&T. Yeah, I mean
they might do a home and home, dude.
I didn't see them twice on the schedule. That's where I was confused. I was like, because I remember the game last year being tight. A&T, as bad as they were last year, almost won the game. That's
not a home and home. You're right.
Yeah, it's weird. Back-to-back games at A&T rather than Central getting a home game. But a good win for Monte Ross and company. National TV CBS game. So shout out to the Aggies in North Carolina A&T.
If I had to guess, and this could be me sounding arrogant, but I just don't. I don't care. A&T's in the CAA. They have more money than Central. This might be.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. But we nailed that one. Double lock. We should have bet this game. And did you watch this game? Because we would have just covered by a hook. But damn, this game got close in the second half. Bucknell, Syracuse. Did you watch any of this?
Not much because it's on the C-Dub, and I was trying to watch a million other games. But Syracuse sucks,
dude. At one point, this was like, I mean, I don't want to say towards the final 5 minutes or something, but like at 10 minutes, 12 minutes left, I feel like this was a kind of a back and forth game. Bucknell covered by half a point, but yeah. Shout out to the Bison. We should have bet them. I ate shit on Eastern Michigan, and this is when I was like, Davidson can't beat anybody by 20. Fuck is this? They can't even beat anybody by double digits. They win by 22. Fuck you, Eastern Michigan. 34 points by Connor Cochera. You fucking losers. Somebody punch him in the face. When he goes for 20, at 20, you just got to punch him in the face, right? That's like that's at that point when he's got 20 at halftime. This is when you get your worst guy on the bench, throw him out on the court, and you punch him in the face. Yeah. I mean, this is an age-old tale. I mean, unbelievable. Shout out to Davidson. I didn't think they were capable, but at half, I mean, this was domination from the start. I turned this fucking thing off instantly. Your thoughts? Did you battle me on this or what?
I almost did. I should have. They fucking suck. I hate Eastern Michigan. I hate that phony team.
Yeah. I mean, I talked a lot of shit about them, and none of it came true today. The good thing is, New Mexico money line. Boom! Get this bullshit. Colorado State Ram bullshit. Ram grit. No. I like fading this Colorado State team. To be honest with you, I watched a lot of Mountain West basketball today. Get used to me fading Colorado State.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. Yeah, great play. It was a double lock by both of us. And then Circle of Trust, if you caught the morning show, I did decide to bet Boston College. That was very foolish of me because Boston College fucking sucks.
What a fucking joke. I bet that too.
Oh my God. This is one I didn't have planned. I was looking at, I was just feeling good about life. ECU, NC State was going to be on. Boston College wins by 8. How the fuck are you this bad? How are you this bad? I don't understand this. This doesn't happen.
50-point loss too. Like it's supposed to be a smash spot. They fucking blow.
I'll be honest. I actually think any team in the Big 10, any team in the Big 12, any team in the SEC would win this game by double digits at least.
Fair Dick is awful.
This is why we rag on the ACC. I guess maybe the Big East this year wouldn't have done it either, but still unbelievable. Unbelievable. I was not impressed.
I've been trying to be nicer to the ACC this year just because the power is the SEC.
We need them. We need them to win, but God damn it, they can't help themselves.
These fucking guys, I can't stand rooting for this fucking league. They suck. Football, basketball, they fucking suck.
I don't understand it. It's like, do they have to fire Jim Phillips? He sounds like a fucking moron when he talks. Like, honestly, what was that thing a couple of weeks ago when they asked him? He's reciting just shit that's talking about He's confusing Miami for Florida State last year, and then he's just all over the fucking place. He is a dinosaur in the sport. Get fucking hipper. All right. Because I'm telling you, all these schools should be listening. Indiana went and invested. They hired a research firm into football and how they can be better at football. They did it. It worked out. So Big 12 schools, I think, have been very smart with the way they've scheduled the ACC is just like that fucking dinosaur, man. They're that fucking dinosaur that just won't change.
Well, you know who else was like that, and they ended up going into the shitter was the Pac-12. The Pac-12 had this elitist arrogance, and the ACC kind of reminds me of it. It's like this Miami hire is huge. They can't half-ass this hire. They need to go all in, dump the truck for whoever it is, Will Wade or whatever. But like this ACC shit. They got to start investing, man.
If I'm Florida State, I'm telling Leonard Hamilton to go.
You got to go.
If I'm if I'm BC, Earl Grant's got to go. Honestly, like I think Virginia? Even Forbes, Sanchez of Virginia's got to go. Forbes, if you don't get to the tournament this year, you got to go. And I like Forbes, right?
Yeah. Yep.
All these guys, Mike Young should have been fired last year, in my opinion, and I like Mike Young. It's like they don't realize the entire college athletics. It's so changed from 5 years ago. Basketball and football and a little bit of baseball are the only things that make money. If you're not going all in on those sports, you're a fucking idiot, because that's how you're going to feed your volleyball team, or you're not going to be in a conference, Boston College. You will not be in a conference if you continue to make bad hires like this, or to not act. I actually don't think it's a fucking horrible hire. I just think you have to act right now. It hasn't worked out. You have to be super aggressive. Invest into your fucking football, basketball, and maybe even baseball, but specifically football and basketball.
And I'm going to say it right now. Don't bitch, ACC fans. I don't care that you went to a couple Final Fours and Elite Eights. Like, you had a great turn. That shit don't matter when your resumes all suck. Outside of Duke, Clemson, Carolina a little, and then I guess Pitt.
Dude, they had, like, if you go back 5 years or 10 years, you're like sitting there, you're like, oh, Roy Williams, Coach K, Boeheim, Larinaga, Leonard Hamilton. Those guys are all fucking dinosaurs, man. Right? And God bless them. I hope they have a wonderful retirement. But some of them read the tea leaves. Coach K's like, let me get the fuck out of here, because I don't want other people to realize that I paid players too. But also Roy Williams too. No, I'm joking. But I mean, they did. But they understood the magnitude of the sport. It was changing, having a tie into Nike and Adidas no longer existed. Like, you had to, NIL was coming, and they've done a terrible job as a conference adjusting to this, in my opinion. And that includes football, that includes basketball, and probably baseball too, to a certain extent.
If the SEC, if them going 4-32 or whatever the fuck stat I gave out before Christmas against the SEC head to head isn't an eye opener, then I don't know what it is. Also, this bowl situation where they can't win a game is ridiculous as well. I don't know what else the evidence is right in front of you. They need to invest, like you said, or they are going to be that mid-major league that I've joked about over the last couple of years.
Well, Jim Phillips is a fucking idiot though, man. Like, and I look, he might be a nice guy. I don't wish bad thoughts for him, but like when I hear him talk, he just sounds like a moron. And then like he'll bring up like, yeah, we had the best field hockey conference, and it's like, no one gives a fuck, dude. Like, okay, that's great if you're football, and basketball, and baseball, but meanwhile, your conference will not exist. If you're banking on your fucking field hockey or lacrosse, you're good luck, because Louisville's going to end up in the Big 12, or North Carolina will be in the SEC. It's mind numbing to me. The ideology of it, really, like it's like, what, how dumb can you guys be? But
Need
Anyway.
the ACC, like you said, the Big 12 can't fight
We
the
need
SEC. The SEC, the Big 12 can't fight the SEC and Big 10 alone. The ACC's got.
That's why I wanted the Pac-12 to stay as a Pac-12. Man, I don't like this shit. I don't want it to be the NFL. NFL shit sucks. Products dog shit. I don't want to see fucking Bob Costas' stink eye talking shit. You know what I mean? I can't stand. I give me part of the beauty of college sports is the large number of teams, and to me, that it's unorganized. That is the beauty of it. It's unorganized because you can't. You see it with how many fucking NFLs or wannabe NFLs, USFL back in the 80s, XFL, AAF. You've seen it with the basketball tried to do CBA at one point, and you can't. They're like the most they can spend is like 20. It was like on 20 teams, 25 teams when they start, and that was like most of the time it's like 8 to 10 to 12. Right. Well, there's this thing that's got 366 teams in it or whatever, or 136 teams next year in college football. And that's what makes it great is it's like anybody could just submit the paperwork and guess what we're in.
Yep.
Don't ever take that away because that's part of the beauty of it. I want a lock battle against you. I told you. My guy Steve Alford's not going to walk into fucking Laramie and walk out of there with the dub. All right. Wyoming 66. I called for the money line on this shit too. Good Wyoming 66. Nevada 63. Let's fucking go. Your thoughts on a tough loss. I'm a Mountain West specialist, they say.
I thought Alford would have those guys juiced up off that loss to Colorado State. So they're 0-2 in league play now. They have a loss at home to Wazoo as well. They've kind of looked like shit for about a month now, ever since the Charleston tournament. They need to turn this thing around or they're going to miss.
He's a bad coach, brother. I like him. Yeah. Meeting at Mountain West Media Day. I look at the team. I think they're way more talented than almost every team in the fucking conference. Yeah. Like I think they're one of the most talented teams in that conference. You got no business losing this game. You got no business losing this game, man.
They should have lost to Colorado State at home.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. This is on him, man.
Who else they lose? They lost to Loyola Marymount too. I mean, they've lost what 4 out of 6 now.
Yeah.
They better get that thing done on New Year's Eve against Utah State in Reno.
Yeah, and then let's get to. So I felt great about that. I did at one point. I mean, I was feeling really good, and then at halftime, Fairfield was up by 9. I don't know if folks recall, but we were getting 11. 11 fucking points. So we're basically up by 20. Oh my God. I'm disgusted, man. I had the points and I had the money line. Yeah. I don't know if you saw me tweeting this out earlier from the TCE account, but I just couldn't believe my fucking mind here. This one hurt. This one, like I said, thank God ECU hit against NC State because this loss was unbelievably brutal. Like, it was very brutal. Like I'd say it's one of the top 5 losses of the entire season.
Yeah.
Because at least you're thinking like your points are your safe zone. Oh my God, man. Did you watch this game? Because
I watched the first half and then I went to dinner and I just chalked it up as a win. I'm like, all right, we'll get this one. And I only had my phone, so I was watching the bowl games and then trying to monitor the Gonzaga UCLA game that had just tipped. And then Rob sent me a message. He goes, "You got to be kidding me on this Fairfield." I go, "Wait, what do you mean Fairfield? They were up like double digits. How they're not going to cover?" Then I turned it on for the last 3 minutes and saw that Titanic sink. Oh my God! Oh.
Yeah, and like Clark says,
take a drink, everybody.
No, yeah, you have to on this one because like he says, like the cap was correct. Like we were on it, man.
Yep.
Okay, maybe the money line wasn't going to hit, but at least the points should have got you through this.
Oh my God, yes.
I'm talking about a 20-point fucking swing. You know what I mean? Like
done this a bunch.
They're the phony. Who they play next? I'm loading up next. Who the fuck do they play next? Rutgers. Damn it. That line's not going to be Cornell, January 11th. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, Columbia. All right.
How are they 11-1?
It's ridiculous. Dude, today's game was ridiculous. It was honestly ridiculous. I was like speechless watching that game. I was like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Brutal, man.
We also decided to bet Abilene Christian, and that was horrible.
That was a horrible pick. I
like that angle, man. I actually like that angle of Texas on deck.
Yeah, well, we got it. We got the other end of it tomorrow. do you want to bet on Northwestern State, another Southland team?
No,
I don't think I want to go against SEC here. I hate this fucking SEC shit.
Then you had this one, and this one, man. UCLA 65, Gonzaga 62. Gonzaga sucks. Fuck this team, dude.
What happened to them, man? They can't score now.
Down the stretch, dude, I feel like it was going to be sweaty no matter what. I don't feel like Gonzaga. I thought Gonzaga would get away from it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But still, this was fucking brutal, man. This was fucking brutal. Like, they suck. They suck. I think we had a conversation in the preseason. They're flying under? We're looking for a team that was flying under the radar that could potentially go to like win a national championship or go to the national championship. And I think we mentioned Gonzaga. Nah, it's not happening.
No, and real quick, Battle getting tossed did not help things because he is their offense. How long has Nemhard been in college? Oh my God! Like, what the fuck was that at the end of the game? He shoots it from 60 feet. I'm like, dude, you had 3 dribbles with 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Like for a guy that's like a 50-year senior, he almost airballs the free throw first. Never had a shot at going in, and then he just completely botches that situation down the stretch. Good win for UCLA. I know Gonzaga has been the kryptonite under Mick Cronin, so that's a big win for them.
What if I told you Gonzaga had 34 points in the paint and UCLA had 8?
Yeah. I mean, I felt like Gonzaga was going to pull away. They just never did. And then UCLA made the big plays down the stretch. And then Nemhard, I don't know what the fuck.
What a fucking idiot, dude.
What was it? Like, dude, you're 23 years old and you're like, that's a freshman shit.
That reminds me of like an old Isaiah Thomas play. Hubie Brown was on the call in the 80s, I think, if memory serves me correct. Where Isaiah Thomas, the Pistons are playing somebody. I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was the Jazz or something. I don't remember. It's like mid 80s. And he's like, he gets the ball inbounds and Isaiah Thomas shoots like a 60-footer. But there's like 4 seconds on the clock. And the announcer's like, Isaiah, plenty of time. And he shoots this crazy shot. But it actually goes in. So it saves his ass. By it going in, it saved his ass because he could have got it all the way up to the 3-point line. That was exactly the situation today.
I mean, the famous NC State play where they shoot the ball. He shoots it so early and the guy's right under there. He just puts it right in. I don't know where the Houston defense was with that. But, he almost had enough time where it went off the backboard and they almost got a 3 off at the end off their offensive rebound.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. And I felt bad about that, but I felt good about this. And dude, our money line almost should have hit on this. San Jose State, they were winning almost wire to wire. I feel like in this game against Boise, we nailed this handicap though. I'm going to tell you something, man. San Jose State's good. San Jose State is better than Nevada. I mean, Nevada's a more talented roster, But San Jose State, I think is when I watched a lot of Mountain West today. Colorado State, nah. I think San Jose State could be. I don't think they're going to be a tournament team, but they're going to be a pain in the ass for every single team. I watched Fresno and we'll talk about that game, but Fresno and UNLV. I think San Jose State's better than both those teams, but we'll see if they can put it together consistently. But yeah. Anyway, DGen Hart had a huge game. Boise escapes. A huge road win there because they were down a lot of that game. But nice handicap by us. I also bet McNeese. They won by 25. We were laying 23.5. Our guy Will Wade got it done. We don't need to talk about that, but we do need to talk about this because this game was awesome. It delivered yet again, but it was shocking to me because I felt very confident about this. Utah State 67, San Diego State 66. San Diego State had an 11-point halftime lead for I believe their Utah State's only lead of the game. They might have been up like 3-2 or something, but after that, I believe this was their only lead of the game is when they went up 67-66. What a fucking game. And how about Utah State and your boy, Jared Calhoun, killing it there. I read this stat that I retweeted that was shocking to me from the other 26 hoops, whoever that is. Good tweet. Utah State is 36-4 in November and December over the past 3 seasons with 3 different coaches.
It's amazing.
Who the fuck is their athletic director? What a win, dude. This game was awesome. And I'm okay losing this one. Like I felt good about that. They're up 11 at halftime. I knew the potential was there for something like this. I felt still confident that San Diego State would get it done. This, where would you put this as far as like best rivalries outside of like the ones known? Yeah, this up there, man. These games are always heat.
Top five.
Yeah.
Like if you like, we're throwing out power fives. This is a top 5 rivalry. I mean, they hate each other. You could tell. I mean, I joked with you when I put out the teams of the week. I put out Utah State and I was getting shit from San Diego State fans. When I put out San Diego State, I was getting shit from Utah State fans. Like it's the little things why they hate each other. And it's a clash of culture and just 2 really good, proud fan bases. We need to talk about Utah State. What the fuck that they've been able to do over here in the first 2 months of the year.
And getting this one is so huge, dude.
I can't believe
that was the hardest road game in conference, dude.
And they had just remember
maybe the pit.
And remember, right before Christmas, they won at St. Mary's the final game. They have a 20-point win over South Florida. They beat Wyoming.
We really need to think about this. I know the Tritons upset them, but I'm sitting there and I'm looking at their schedule. I don't think they're going to lose at UNLV on January 15th.
They could lose on Tuesday.
They could lose on Tuesday. Actually, yeah. I'm sorry. I was looking at January. I didn't see in December that they play at Nevada. That's a game they're capable of losing in Reno. But still, hear me out. Let's play devil's advocate. If they lose in Reno and they lose at the Pit, right on February 16th,
4 or 5,
maybe even Boise. In Boise on the 26th of February. You're talking about 4 losses the whole fucking season.
Yeah.
I mean,
they should be like a 4 or 5 seed. I mean, and they beat Iowa on a neutral floor.
They're better than last year's team. They're better than last year's team, dude.
I know.
I watched from that game today. I was like, their roster is actually better. And I guess you could say the coaching could be too. I mean, that's not a disrespect on Sprinkle. I just think They look the fucking part, man. What a win.
That matchup zone is tricky to play against too. Yeah, they got an identity. They like I've seen in the chat. They got a bunch of white guys that make a bunch of shots. Like they know who they are, and they're going to play within themselves. It's a fun team to watch.
It is. It is. So we ate shit. Both of us ate shit there, but then we had a lock battle again.
Oh, Richmond, fuck them.
I'm telling you, Gulf Coast. There's value in Gulf Coast because they're way better than their record. They're way better than their fucking record. Florida Gulf Coast 75, Richmond 57. Like, I know we're about to enter conference play. I believe Florida Gulf Coast could win the ASUN. I don't know if that's shocking.
Regular season or tourney?
Either. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I think there's some other competition there. Queens is tough
for the regular season.
Yeah, Queens is tough. North Alabama is solid. Eastern Kentucky, we watched today, play good. But I still think that or North Florida at one point was fire. I just think they're a team that could be. I think they're one of the more athletic teams in that conference, if not the most.
Yeah, they're just so up and down.
Yeah,
they're so inconsistent. They're talented. They're a team I definitely want to take in the tournament. Yeah,
I think there's a value in them.
Yeah,
you look at them and Lipscomb obviously. I've had that's actually a deep conference this year. It's like deeper than most years. I feel like
that's our league. We had like 70% of the coaches on. We're an ASUN podcast. I love the ASUN.
I even think like Jacksonville's decent on. They're all over the place too. They have nights where they can't hit they can't hit a jumper to save their life, but they're not bad. You cashed on this one. I stayed away. Didn't bet this game. Delaware plus 25 hits. They only lose by 21 on Coming to America night. Your thoughts?
Patino softened up over the years. He's a couple times this year. He's called off the dogs when he could have blown them out by 40. So shout out to Patino for giving me a cover here.
There you go. So right around this time, ECU had won. So I did stay true to what I said on the morning show. That if I win money, I'm going all in on the Toreros of San Diego. And it hit because they only lost by 13 at that filthy stadium.
LA.
I don't know. Yeah, whatever the fuck the stadium is.
Fucking crypto bullshit.
Yeah,
fuck it is.
Grand Canyon was up a lot of that game, but San Diego gets the cover. I had a feeling if it wasn't in Phoenix I think we both did, that it was a good spot to jump on these Toreros. And then we double locked Elon. They put it on Marshall.
Great play.
Great fucking play. It's a free show, folks. It's a free show.
We heated up in the night.
Yeah. Santa Clara only beat Pepperdine by 11. We picked that incorrectly, but we didn't bet that. Or no, you did. You picked that.
Pepperdine. Yeah,
I was about to say, yeah. I took Santa Clara, but I didn't bet it. Nice call on the waves crashing there in Santa Clara. I ate shit. I think we both ate shit on this, but damn, with 1 minute left, we almost pulled this out of our ass.
Portland.
Dude, well, a minute and a half left. So Portland was down 21.5. Horrible play by us, but we almost. I had this thing off the TV because I was angry, and at them, and I put it back on when I saw this thing down to I think it was 10 or 11, and I was like, "Whoa, we're gonna get this. We're gonna get." Of course, I put it back on the TV. Washington State gets it back up to 15 or 16.
Made a layup at the buzzer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm pissed off here, Colby, because I totally forgot about this angle too, and this would have been more to our Portland angle. These coaches are best friends. They were at EW together. Remember,
That's right.
He
Of
left
course.
EW, Leggins or
Yeah,
Laggins.
yeah. When they had the Groves brothers, yeah.
Yes, and then Riley takes over, and now he's at Wazoo. So I'm going to take Portland every time as a dog in this series. I mean,
I would make the same pick tomorrow, even though they got their ass whooped. But Jackson State gave Cal Baptist a game. Picked this correctly, but didn't bet this. Who'd you take in this one?
I honestly forget. I didn't bet this game. I think I took Cal Baptist.
We did eat shit on St. Mary's minus the points against Pacific. Pacific, they only won by 10. So shout out to Pacific for staying within that. And then you won a lock battle against me. Man. San Francisco 70, LMU 55.
The Ferry run ended finally.
6-point game at the half. Now, San Francisco did open it to like 14-15. Dude, but with a minute and a half or 2 minutes left, LMU hits a 3.
Mm-hmm.
That cuts it to, I think,
it was
11.
Sweaty. It was sweaty the whole time.
And I'm like, San Francisco, there's a minute and a half left. Get your starters out, man.
No,
they kept them in, man. They kept them in. Nice win for the Dons. Malik Thomas had a big game for them. Yeah, ate shit there. But Fresno State. Double lock. I think I said this is my favorite play of the night. One of them. And really, the only Mountain West game I got wrong. That's why I'm a Mountain West specialist. Not only am I at media days, year in, year out, I fucking I know the pulse of this league. All right. I got it. But let me tell you something here. I want to scream a little bit of bullshit here. Fresno was on like a 4. Did you watch this game?
Yeah. Are you talking about the 7-point swing?
Oh my fucking God, dude. Fresno was like dominating in the beginning of the second half. They were on like a 14-0 run.
Yes.
UNLV ends up scoring, ruining the 14-0 run. But then Fresno has that thing down to what, 3? Was it 3? 4? And you get a double tech, and UNLV hits a fucking 3.
Yes. Fuck that.
So they get 4 free throws. Of course he makes all 4. Then they hit a 3. They went from 4 to 11 on one fucking possession. And I'll be honest, on that replay, and by the way, I hate listening to the Mountain West. You can call 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE. I appreciate you inviting me to your media days, but the local announcers are so over the top for that fucking team. Unless that player told the ref that he fucked his wife or something, it seemed a bit over the top for me. Am I crazy?
Yeah, it was a joke. I was like,
yeah, he's just like it's like he's just like, for them to just throw that out there, unbelievable.
Yeah,
unbelievable. Cowboys fan says both you guys were on San Diego State as your number 1 pick of the night last night. Yeah, I think San Diego State and
they blew an 18-point lead. Like.
So, no, but I had Fresno as my second. I think I even said do a Mountain West parlay, and I hit 3 of the 4. 3 of the 4. I gave away a Mountain West parlay last night on this show. Now it didn't hit because I bet it myself and I lost, but it was still right fucking there. 3 of 4. Yeah, I mean Fresno still covered for us. This line, I actually feel like this game was a lot closer than the final score. What the fuck happened here? Like, because that 7-point play got it right back up, but then Fresno got it back down again to like 6.
Well, and then UNLV pushed it out to 18 with like 4.
Well, that's what I'm, dude. I took my dog out to piss,
dude.
At 6, and then I come back. My dog didn't shit. He was just pissed in the yard. Comes back, and it's at 18. I'm like, what? I'm like, did they call more double technicals? What?
Fresno's a hard team to bet on just because they play like it. They look like a fucking open gym team. Like it's just so chaotic up and down, up and down, up and down, where they can go on like a 20-4 run and get it down to 4, but then they'll give up a 26-6 run. And you're like, God damn it, how are they down 18 again? Oh, they're such a frustrating watch.
But dude, that line was way off, and I actually I still think that game was closer than the. They are a wild team, though. They're a wild team. The structure, there's no structure.
No,
it's like watching those old and one tournaments.
It's hilarious.
Did anyone else out there used to get those and one videotapes? That was like you knew someone that would actually order that, and then you would borrow that, and you would like just watch. What's my guy's name?
What game did we have Fresno where they were like a double-digit dog this year?
Santa Barbara game
where they were winning like the
unfucking believable, dude.
Then they lost by like 36.
Unfucking believable. It was Ray for Alston, which I was referring to. But speaking of Fresno, hot sauce. Oh man, that was great. You always knew someone in high school. You didn't have any money to pay for that, but you knew someone that would. And then you'd be like, "Let me borrow that." Almost, it's like I'm sure a lot of people have this. There's parallels to the porn. The friend that could get porn back in the day, but it would be like no. And then we'd all. I remember borrowing the N1 tape and being like, "What the fuck is this?" And then you keep it for like longer than you know. Hey, buddy, me and my buddies are checking this out. Don't worry, I'll bring it back. Yeah, so I went 12-10. I actually, at one point, I thought I was going to have a fire night. I kind of feel like I had a fire night with him, but that's just ECU. So, yeah.
Football
anyway, yeah, football was good. Army getting it done for us as well. Folks, what to tell you before we get to tomorrow's slate, which is pretty big for a Sunday. The college basketball experience is brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie's been running on SGPN for years. Check out their new and improved website. It's absolutely fantastic on mobile. Plus, there's props for every game, and the live dealer casino is a bundle of fun. I mean, I think Ole Miss will beat the shit out of Duke coming up in a bowl game where Duke has nobody. And I know we had another loss for the ACC, so load up on that. Head over to mybookie.ag. Use the promo code TCE SGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Plus, they're going to give you a $10 casino chip. That's mybookie.ag, promo code TCE SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. SGPN's proud partner. Rhythm is the #1 AI-powered sports betting platform that helps provide bettors of all levels the ability to build custom predictive betting models in seconds and get predictions for betting on money lines, spreads, totals, props. Look, you can copy one of the top performing models from the leaderboard. I bet you still make cash. Or you can build your own like I do, and then Rhythm will adjust around what I like. You can now track your props in the Rhythm app. There's college basketball, college football, NFL, NBA, everything. Rhythm's got it all. Claim your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right, we are back. And we are rolling. Clark, I do remember. Do you remember? Yes. Last Emperor, great artist. The slate. I have slides and everything. Let's go.
Game balls.
Oh yeah. God damn it. I always forget that. I mean, number one for me is Utah State. That win is massive to me. Absolutely massive. Where are you going?
UCLA, the other big game, the other big Fox game of that doubleheader. Gonzaga's been a kryptonite of theirs under Cronin, and that was a big win for them.
Yeah. Sundance Wicks. Wyoming. We still got to see them win on the road, but in Laramie, man, football, basketball, badminton, it doesn't matter. They got that advantage. So give me a game ball for the Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? Where are you going next?
I'll go to New Mexico. I know Colorado State's not that good, but they still were a dog and got a big league road win. So yeah, the Lobos.
I'm going to go to a rivalry game.
Yeah.
North Carolina A&T and the Aggies. Shout out to my friend Terrell Furman Jr. I know he's happy. I know he went to the game. Sorry I didn't go. I promise you I'm going to one of these years. But big win there in a rivalry game where Central's been better for a few years there. And yeah, that's one you can talk shit about all year. Where are you going with your next game ball?
I had that one circled. I'll go with the other rivalry, kind of rivalry game. Memphis over Ole Miss. Penny gets a big win after they were beat down by the other Mississippi school before Christmas.
Yeah. The chat's asking, how do we not give Eastern Kentucky a game ball? Because they lost.
Yeah, we don't give consolation game.
unless like you have just a hilarious moment where like a dude gets punched in the face or something crazy happens. You know, can't really do that. It's got to be something epic, like Long Island when the fucking remember the basket went out, like on a breakaway. So like Long Island, even though I think they lost that game, we gave them a game ball because their basket went out. All right, something like that. The bus driver doesn't make it on time. Some shit like that. They're not wearing the right jerseys, right? We were watching a football game a couple years ago where they had the wrong fucking jerseys. They had to like fly them in late and they just wore a different, it was a FIU. I forget who it was. So that's the only way you end up with the game ball there. Let's get to these slides. All right. I'm excited about these games. And it starts with this banger right here. There we go. Thank you, Noah. Northwestern State. Call me a stoner. Call me an idiot. I feel like I made 20 of these slides already and I could fit Northwestern State, but today I couldn't and it bothered the fuck out of me. So I went with Northwest.State and I was like, why can't I fucking fit it this time? It's the same size.
NW State.
It's the same because I never did that before. And I'm like, I toyed around with it and I'm like, you know, something's up. I had a hard time with this first slide. I really did. I probably spent 30 minutes on this being like, well, why am I fucking this up so much? They're taking on Texas in Austin, Texas. Texas is laying 26. Give me the points. No luck. No luck.
Yeah, I'm going to take the points. No luck. It's just they can name their score. I think that they're going to win by 25. No, Noah's not behind the scenes. Everybody, Colby a CTE. He just said thank Noah, and he's not even here.
Well, that's just yeah. I struggle. If you watch our football show, I struggle with the setup. So whenever I get it correct, I just say thank you, Noah, even though he's never there on the football show for the most part. Yeah. Anyway, I feel I'm no lock, but this is not a standalone game, thankfully, because yes. But we do have a game right here that you can talk me into a lock. I think Indiana State can cover this thing. Indiana State's in Columbus, taking on Ohio State. Ohio State's laying 19.
They're off the win of the year too.
I think Indiana State can stay within this number at the Value City Arena.
Yep.
So we should bet this, right?
I think so. It is a little worrisome that Indiana State was rolling as well. But I just think I think this is a sleepy spot for Ohio State. Sparty on deck.
I was about to say they got Sparty on deck.
Win, and I like to fade the teams that get their biggest win of the year going into Christmas first game back. So yeah, give me Indiana State.
Let's go. When I was making this slide, I said we're going in on this Sycamore team. With my winnings, I'll pull a Larry Bird and I'll fucking put some asphalt down on my mom's driveway. Hopefully my back won't go out, which probably will, but still, let's do it. It's one of my all-time favorite stories. He's like a millionaire. Even in the 80s, he was a millionaire, which is hard to do. Larry Bird putting down that's blue collar. It's blue collar. Putting in his mom's driveway. Didn't have someone else do it.
Love
That's
Larry.
how he hurt his back. That's how he hurt his fucking back. That took him out of. All these Celtics fans are probably so pissed. They're like, why the fuck is this guy? We would have got out there and done it. All you had to do was tell us. All you had to sign our autographs. This fucking guy's putting in the driveway for his mom and his back goes out. Great story. Great story. But meanwhile, Cam Ward can't finish a fucking game. What a world. What a fucking world we live in. Anyone that is on the side of Cam Ward there can fuck off. Like you fucking you. I will never get it. I will never get it. And I will I just don't understand the opt-outs in general. I don't understand the logic of playing on November 30th, but then saying, well, this is detrimental to my career potentially. Well, on November 30th, you didn't have a shot at the playoffs. Like watching the TCU game, they're like, no, they decided to shut it down. TCU's been eliminated for like 6 months. It's like, what? You played on November 30th. What has changed in your fucking life? The draft is still in April. It's not in December. I don't understand it. I will never understand the generation below us. I will never understand it. I think they will regret this when they're 70, when they're 80. I really believe that. It makes no sense to me. I don't agree with the way you live life. I do not agree with the way you live life. You live life like a pussy, in my opinion. And I will never agree with it. Am I crazy?
No, I think everybody knows my stance. Shout out to the Cyclones for covering.
I was on the Cyclones, so I mean, I guess you, Cam. Let me know your address. I'll send you a Christmas card.
How do you quit midway through the game? Like, all right, so it was safe to play the first and second quarter, but not the third and fourth quarter. Like, what?
The only thing I can think of is like it's agents. Like it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Do you like? Unless you are truly going to be a bubble boy, it doesn't make any sense. Are you going to get in the car with your wife or your girlfriend or whoever, your friends? Are you going to go to the club? Are you going to go, are you going to go hang out? Are you like for every little thing that you do, are you going to go lift weights? You get injured, lift weights. Like, I don't understand the percentages. I don't think that they act like the percentage of getting injured is like 80%. It's not. It's not. It's very low. And it's the same shit. Like I just think it's unbelievable. I don't care if you call me boomer. I believe you live life. Like life is you should never be afraid of life. And basically they're saying they're afraid of life. Like right now they're afraid to do this because they could get injured. I completely disagree with it on every account of everything that I believe in. It's fascinating to me that we're even at this point. I will never understand it. It will never make sense to me. And I will tell my son, or if I have any other kids, I would just say, you can't do this. Life was going to hit you one way or the other. You cannot fucking duck out on life. Life is going to hit you. You're alive. Take advantage of it. And you're going to regret it. I really believe they're going to regret it. Anyway.
I agree.
I just believe that. I firmly believe that. You know what I mean? Like it I don't know how the tables have turned, because when I argue on Twitter, I feel like I'm in the minority, and I don't understand. I don't understand the people. I don't understand it, and I will never understand it. And I think they live life wrong. I believe they live life wrong, and I don't know what else to say besides that. Harvard is at Iona. Iona's laying 5.
Oh God. Is Iona the right side?
I think so.
I think so too. But
I'm not locking this.
No. I'm done fucking betting on him right now.
Yeah. Next up, this one's a little tricky. You might be able to talk me into a little midshipman cover here. You know, I don't like Bill and Mary.
I know.
Never like those pussies. All right, fire their winningest coach. They thought they were like, oh look, we're cutting edge. We're gonna get to the NCAA tournament finally. They've been ass ever since.
They didn't even come close.
They've been ass ever since, and I've been relishing in it. Give me Navy plus 9.5. Hope they win outright. Should we bet this?
Navy has won the last 3 in this series. They've lost 5 in a row. They're coming in desperate here. Yeah, lock up Navy.
Let's go. Fuck you, William and Mary. Navy won by 12 last year, by the way. Do I add that to it?
Yeah. They might win outright. They're live in this game.
Let's go. Next up, Stetson is in Gainesville. It's a wannabe Dallas Mavericks logo. They're like, we could. This is how unoriginal Stetson is. It's like, if we just take the S from Michigan State and the Dallas Mavericks logo from the 80s, we could have a fucking logo. You unoriginal piles of shit. Just for that, give me Florida minus 37.5. What are you doing here?
Isn't Stetson though like the great, like they're fucking awesome in these in-state Florida games? Donnie Jones and company.
I'm not betting this game.
Dude, can Florida cover every game? I mean, they cover every fucking game. It's ridiculous. They got the SEC opener on deck. This feels like Maryland Eastern Shore from today. I'm locking up Stetson. Too many points.
You're a maniac.
No, let's go.
Moneyline Mag, locking up Stetson, the Hatters.
It was by 22.
I hope you're right. I want you to. I mean, whoa. Now this one here. You got to talk to me here. Hofstra is heading to Hamden, Connecticut, where the home of the Aqueduct. Hofstra's laying 1. What is this?
All right, Aqueduct bounce back.
Hofstra just got drilled by Temple. I'm like, why are we not loading up on Hofstra? But why the hell is the line so short on a Hofstra team that's been decent? They're 8-4 at Quinnipiac. Who is going to be at this game? No one at the MT Bank Arena. It reeks.
It reeks like hell.
It reeks.
You Quinnipiac.
It's almost like the A&T game, right?
Yeah.
I'm taking Hofstra, but I am terrified of this game. Doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense. Shout out to the donation there by Wright, $20. We believe, Colby. ECU got me paid today. Hey man, anytime the pussy pack want to do battle, doesn't matter what it is. Could be a game of fucking marbles in the park. We're gonna fuck up those pussies nonstop. All right. Penn State doing battle. You know, I've ate a bundle of shit on Penn a couple times this year. Line's gone up since I made the slide. I'm seeing 25.5 right now. I'll take Penn State. What are you doing here?
I think I'm going to take Penn. I think they lose by 22. No bet though.
This is it. This is one we can bet. I was thinking about this one. Makes sense. This one 7-7 Stonehill. Fresh off a big win that we were on against New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
Heading to Lafayette, who's 5-7. Lafayette, though the favorite at 3.5. I think we should bet on the Leopards.
Yep. I got the leopard circled here. When was the last time they played a home game, the Leopards? It's been since the beginning of December back at home here. I think
and they're 4-1 at home. Meanwhile, the Skyhawks, I want that pilot, are 0-6 on the road. Let's go.
Yep.
Block battle, Clark. Leopards, lay it. All right. Northeastern taking on Northwestern. Kind of love this game.
This game's awesome.
Yeah. And dude, I'll be honest, Northwestern has really kind of shut me the fuck up this year because I've faded them a few times. I was on DePaul where they won by 20. I took Georgia Tech against them. I believe I took UNLV against them. They have shut me the fuck up a few times, and they cashed me the one time I went with them against the Illini.
Yep. They're red hot, which means I'm fading them.
I was thinking we got to bet Northeastern. With all that being said,
yeah.
14 and a half is a big number.
And I mean, Northwestern has the Big Ten on deck. Like you said, they've been playing out of their minds the last 5-6 games. Sleepy spot here off the Christmas break. Give me Northeastern coming off that UMass loss.
I'm with you. Double lock. Huskies are howling. They're howling there. Flying squirrels for everybody. Next up, LeMoyne is in Lewiston, New York. Take it on Niagara and Niagara Falls.
This game's hilarious.
At the Gallagher Center. Give me Niagara -3.
Not a lot of conviction here. I took Niagara too. I'm gonna take Niagara as well.
I was actually a bit fascinated by the pace. LeMoyne plays at a really fast pace. Niagara plays at one of the slowest paces. So I'm like, in that regard, the game should be kind of intriguing. But then you remember they lack athleticism. So just because you play
regionality here,
just because you play at a fast pace, you know. Yeah, give me Niagara. No bet. This one I'm actually fascinated in here. Norfolk State, High Point. High Point's laying 10. And this has gone up since I made the slide. It's 10.5. Give me Norfolk State plus 10.5. I'm not ready to just crown High Point just because you spent a lot of money. You know what I mean? Norfolk State's been playing good ball this year, man. Give me the 10.5. High Point wins by 7. What are you doing here?
I'm going to lock up High Point. I think they found themselves, their identity here. I think they win by 15 plus.
They did look good against the Salukis. Moneyline Mag locking up High Point minus the points. I'll say this: if you're going to take High Point, you probably want to take them now. So I think this line might go up. If you're going to take Norfolk, I think you go on the other side of that. You wait. Next up, Stony Brook is in Guilderland, New York, taking on the Great Danes of Albany. Albany is laying 8.5 points, and I find it to be a little ridiculous. Dude, how much money have we lost on Stony Brook this year?
Well, hey, no, they
hit through. The main game they hit for us, but before that I was like 0-8 taking Stony Brook, but I still 8.5 points. We have to bet Stony Brook, right?
I actually was gonna lay with Albany. I think they got their big win before Christmas. I think they're gonna get drilled here. I think Stony Brook kind of sucks.
You're locking Albany?
Bridge lock. Check the picks page.
I'll battle you here.
All right, let's do battle. Give me Albany. Line's high for a reason. Albany by double digits.
Not falling for this bullshit. The Seawolves gonna stay within that number. They're hot. All right.
The fuck is that?
Whoa, sorry. I was not trying to play that. I don't know what the fuck I was trying to play. Anyway, I was trying to find the fish clip. I can't find it. Binghamton is at Marist, Poughkeepsie, New York. Marist is laying 8. against the golf course.
The golf course has been a fucking kryptonite.
They've been a tough one this year.
Yeah.
Bingham, get this. They played last year. Guess what? Binghamton won by 23. Of course they did. Of course they did. Marist is 5-0 at home, though. But Binghamton's won 6 straight.
I know.
They're the hottest team in America.
We should bet Marist. They're gonna fuck them up here.
I'll go. I'll take Marist. I don't know about. I just don't like laying that big of a number with these fucking teams, man.
These
Give me
teams.
Marist.
I'm convinced.
I'll take Marist.
I'm laying it with Marist. Fringe lock.
I'll lay it with you, but no fringe lock. Now this you could talk me into. I think South Carolina State can cover this game. They're in Athens taking on Georgia. They're getting 24 fucking points. 24 points. We like this South Carolina State team. I know Snow White's been blowing out these teams, but at Ole Miss is on deck. Chris Beard. Do I need to remind you that they only beat Charleston Southern by 16?
I know. That was the first one they didn't cover.
They only beat Grand Canyon by 5. We can stay within 24.
I'm out on this one. I'm out on this one. I have a bad feeling that Georgia kills them.
All right. I'm not going to bet it then. I was needing a little nudge. I have one
nudge here.
Check marked here that I just need a little nudge, but give me the points. I have a lock right here though. And I'm excited about this one. The Cocaine Bears are going to beat the shit out of these pussy ass Boston Terriers. All right. Both teams have lost a couple games in a row, and this is at the Pit where everyone gets laid. They call this the Pit. This is the other Pit that no one knows about in Orono, Maine. I'm laying the 3.5 and I'm locking this up. I think Maine is better than Boston this year. I think the fact they lost, they're 3-0 at home, make it 4-0. Boston's 1-4 on the road. They can't win on the road. Let's go. What are you doing here?
I'm going to take the points, but I'm not going to battle you here. I think it's a 1 possession game.
All right. Northern Kentucky is laying 1 in Moon Township against Robert Morris. I'm seeing 1.5 now. I'm going to lay it with the Norse, but no lock. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I mean, so back to league play. Bob Morris has had a great year, 8-5, but they're 0-2 in league play. Their record's a little phony. I will lock up the Norse here to get to 3-0 in Horizon League play. Better team.
Hold on, sell me on this. Sell me on the lock. Like I felt decent about Northern Kentucky, but what's putting you over the top here? Just the fact that
I think that Robert Morris is 8-5, but if you really dive into what their 8 wins are, they won that MTE that was kind of fool's gold against Stonehill, Lindenwood, and New Orleans. They beat Chatham. They have a home win against Canisius. They really haven't beaten anybody outside of Towson. Okay. Doesn't scare you that Northern Kentucky is a bottom 25 free throw shooting team? Does it scare you that both these teams, actually the better defensive team is Bob Morris, but you could be right on schedule? I think you're right. The Norse has played much better competition.
Let's ride. I'll take the Norse. I'll join you on the lock. Lay the 1.5. And the Norse have won 5 in a row. I think that's your best selling point, actually. 5 in a row. They're hot. I'm with you. Double lock. Morgan State is at the Barn, the best arena to catch basketball, some say. Minnesota's laying 21 points against Morgan State, and I will take the points, but I will not bet this game. What are you doing here?
It is hilarious. Remember Noah was bragging about Minnesota's ATS record last year? They're 1-10 this year, ATS. So regression has hit hard on these schools.
Actually, we should take Minnesota then.
I think so too. I'll lay it.
Yeah. I'll lay it. I'm not going to bet it. But then there's this game. Prairie View's taking on Oklahoma.
Lay it. I ain't betting this.
29 points is what the line is. I will lay it as well. No bet. Okay. Now we got one. Longwood is in Dallas, taking on the Stangs. SMU's laying 17 points.
They got Duke on deck.
Dude, we have to bet Longwood, right?
They are off their biggest win of the year, or not biggest win, but a blowout win in their ACC opener over Boston College, our friends from Boston College. But SMU's a fucked up, dirty team where they know the fucking number. I kind of hate going against them when they're laying.
They've won 6 straight. They have Duke after that. I'm going in. Give me Longwood plus 17. Let's go, Lancers. Let's do this.
I'll join.
Yeah, there we go. Let's go. Next up, we are going to. This is another one though that you can talk me into.
Cedar Falls.
I think the Salukis can stay within 10.5. There, yeah. So sorry if you're on the audio side. Southern Illinois at Northern Iowa. The Salukis are catching 10.5 points. Now, I will say Northern Iowa has looked pretty good this year, despite being 7-5. This was a 12-point game a season ago. Last time they played. I'll take the points. Maybe I don't bet it. What are you doing here?
I mean, I think the Salukis are definitely the right side. I think we're going to get a single-digit game here. The Salukis, disappointing game right before the break against High Point. They're 0-1 with the disappointing loss as well as start league play. They've kind of been better away from Carbondale, which has been weird. I'm going to lock up the Salukis. I think we get a hell of a game.
Give me the 10.5 with the Salukis. Double lock. Chicago State, Battle of Illinois here. Chicago State's in Champaign catching 39.5 points. Over under at 150. Give me the Illini.
I'll lay it.
I will lay it too. But I got look, this is where the board heats up for me. I've already placed 2 wagers prior to the show. One of them is right here. My Detroit Titans are getting 15.5. And I'm actually seeing it's gone down 0.5 point. 15 at the Ice House against the Flightless Birds. Youngstown State. Get the fuck out of here. Youngstown State. Yeah, I know Al Bundy went to your goddamn college. Right? But you won 6 straight. Detroit's lost 4 straight. This line's ridiculous. This is a ridiculous line. Detroit's staying within this number. Sprinkle the money line.
You do what are you doing? 3-0 year one for Ethan Faulkner here. I'm with you. Let's lock up Detroit. Let's go in on the hospital.
About time you visit the hospital, my friend. Get some of that Jello. Meet you at the what's that?
I am legit.
So I'm saying, man. If you go down to the first floor, I know a nurse that will hook you up with some pills. You feel really good watching this. Yeah. What the fuck is that line? I already bet the shit out of that. Crazy. Here's another one that I have not bet, but I'm just a little intrigued. 16 IUPUI is catching 16 at Milwaukee. I'm a Bart Lundy guy. This was a 5-point game a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're 6-0 at home. I know IUPUI is 1-5 on the road. But 16?
This is the exact same handicap as the other game. IUPUI, losers of 4 in a row, got the break. I think they're going to come back chippy to start league play here.
We got to take this. We got to take this. I have to bet this. Let's go. I agree. Give me the fucking points. Parlay it with the hospital. Let's go. Let's go. 16 points. What the hell is Milwaukee with Oscar Robertson? The Bucks weren't even favored by 16 in a fucking game. What is this line? All right.
Oh boy.
IPFW is laying 8.5.
So Gottlieb at Lambeau.
This is the one, right? This is Team Gottlieb here. Look, this is that's what I'm saying. This is the one where you say,
I'm just here to bring diversity to this set here. Give the kind of white man's perspective on things from the point guard position.
Katie Smith. Okay.
It does seem like we're getting about 4 or 5 points of value here.
We gotta bet Green Bay, dude. We gotta bet Green Bay.
I mean,
we gotta bet Green Bay.
It was Fort Wayne to be laying 8.5 on the road.
We gotta bet Green Bay. I think it's a money line play. I'm gonna bet this on the money line.
Let's go. Let's go, Gottlieb. One time.
Let's go. Let's go. The Phoenix will rise in Green Bay. Should I note that Anthony Roy is a game time decision? Probably. Probably. But I'll still take the points. We're cashing. They've lost 9 straight. This is the perfect time. Perfect
they looked
time.
Good against Drake the other night. I mean, fuck, they were down 5 with like 8 minutes to go.
I like this Phoenix play. I do. Let's go. UTSA is heading to West Point. Take on Army. UTSA laying 1. Yeah. Give me the Roadrunners. No bet. What are you doing here?
I'll take Army at a principle, but I mean, football game is late tonight. No handicap.
Oh yeah. This game's awesome. Belmont is in Des Moines, taking on Drake. Drake's laying 8.5 points.
Drake's back.
I think we should bet Belmont.
I do too. They just lost that absolute heartbreaker before the break. Belmont's good as a dog. Like they hang in there. They play that style of basketball where they can make shots, hang in games. Drake wins by 5. I think we get a hell of a basketball game here. Yeah, give me another road team.
Lock up the Bruins. Let's go. Rob Donaldson's going to be at this game. If you're going, buy the man an adult beverage, or at least help paint with him in the parking lot. Yeah, I like that play. Double lock on Belmont. Buffalo. It's catching 14.5.
What?
In Philly, 15. I'm sorry. I made the slides 15. It's 14.5 now.
What is this line?
Well, since they played last year, I'm sorry, not last year. Since they played last, Temple won by 15. But also, Temple held them to 39 points. That was Fran Dunphy. I'm going to lay it.
Really?
I'm going to lay it.
I'm going to lock up Buffalo.
Oh, I'm not betting
they
this
were
game.
Humiliated right before
I don't bet Temple because they're under investigation.
They're
under investigation.
They're fixing this game in the other way. Buffalo's covering this game. They never cover these big numbers. They always fix it the other way. They're going to win by 12.
Moneyline Mag locking up a 1-5 team on the road against an undefeated team at home.
Yeah. Sleepy rig game.
Yeah, have fun. Wright State's in Cleveland, taking on the Vikings of Cleveland State. It's a fun little game. Fairborn, Ohio to Cleveland. Noah. Wright State won this by 8 last year in a game that had 206 combined points. The Vikings have won 4 straight. Give me Wright State on the money line. No bet. What are you doing here?
Check the picks page.
We should bet Wright State. Let's bet Wright State.
It's
Let's
Wright
bet
State's right side.
Give me Wright State. Just check it on the money line. Plus 110. Let's go. All right. Next up, we are going to Tuscaloosa. Roll Tide as they bring in South Dakota. They just play all the Dakotas. They join. What we didn't realize was that much like New Mexico State and UMass joining the SEC in football, and no one got the memo. What we didn't realize was that the Summit League took Alabama basketball, and they're running away with this thing. Bama's laying 22.5 at home in Tuscaloosa against these Jackrabbits.
No, Rob, this is in Tuscaloosa.
I will take the points. Yeah, it's at the Coleman Coliseum. What are we talking about here?
I'm gonna lay with Alabama.
Give me the points.
Yeah, actually, I'll take the points. I like the Jackrabbits, but I'm not falling for this trap.
I'm not betting this fucking game.
No. Going against Bama in that building again.
NJIT is in Seattle, taking on the Huskies of Washington. What a stupid game.
Should we bet this
on the Highlander side, right?
I mean, Washington just got embarrassed the game before against Seattle. I kind of want to lay it with Washington.
Have they won a game by more than 20 all year?
Didn't they beat Wazoo by more than 20?
Oh, 16.
16. Yeah, you're right. You talked me off, and it does feel like they're going to kill them. Oh,
that's a good point about I forgot about the loss, but I'll take NJIT. No bet.
Yeah.
Winthrop, Mortimer, you're going to Bloomington. What? I mean, Assembly Hall gets Winthrop coming in there. The Woo. Give me the points. Give me the points, man.
Yeah, these numbers are tricky. 16.5. I'll take the points, but no bet.
All right, next up, Valpo is in Peoria, Illinois, taking on Bradley. Bradley's laying 13.5. Lay it. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll lay it with Bradley. I'm not taking Valpo in that arena. But it does seem like it's a hair high to lock.
Well, I told you I'd bet 2 games prior to the show. One I gave you is the Hospital, Detroit. The next I got is this one right here, because American is going to beat the shit out of UMBC tomorrow. It's down to 2.5, by the way.
Yeah, why is this line moving the other way?
UMBC is 1-4 on the road, dude. But Americans lost 2 games in a row. I don't care. Americans winning this game. I think they're going to win it by 10.
I agree. I'll join you.
It is double lock.
Yeah.
Let's go. Good luck, UMBC. Next up, Missouri State's at Evansville, taking on the Aces. Missouri State's laid 4.5. Give me the Aces.
I kind of think the Aces are live. I kind of want to bet Evansville here.
That's solo. I'm not.
They're usually good at home in league play, and they've lost 5 in a row. New season coming into the Valley here, and Missouri State's off the big win. Who'd they beat? Santa Barbara, the home game right before the break. Give me Evansville to pick them off. I'll lock it.
Moneyline Mag locking up the purple Aces. Now, here's one that I'd be interested in locking. UIC is heading to Normal. Take on these Redbirds.
This line moved.
I'm seeing 4.5 right now. What are you seeing?
I saw 6.5 earlier. So did it go down to 4.5?
Yeah, I'm seeing 4.5 right now. UIC won this game last year in Chicago.
Yeah.
We should take Illinois State here.
Boy, but what's their name's been? Such a tricky team. Illinois, Chicago. Who'd they just beat? They won at the Crack House, and they won at Little Rock. Third straight. I think you are right. I think it is the right side. But, man, Illinois State's red hot, too.
Well, they're 5-1 at home. I'm on Illinois State. I'm locking this. Come fly with the Redbirds. Fly with the Redbirds. Let's go.
I like this team. The Redbirds.
Next up, Florida A&M. God bless them. They're everywhere. They're in Stephenville, Texas, taking on Tarleton State, catching 8.
That's a short number.
That's the shortest I've seen them in years.
Are they going to win?
No, give me Billy Gillespie and the minus the points. I actually see it at 7.5 right now. It's down at 7.5 out there in the wild. No bet. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I think Gillespie's team turned a corner. They're young.
We if anything, we bet Tarleton, right?
Yeah. I was just like perplexed why this number was only 8. I know Ken Palm's got an 8, but
it's going the other direction too, which is puzzling.
All right, something's up. Some voodoo's going on there.
Hasty says he sees 6 out there.
6?
Good God.
What? Damn you. What do they know about these old
Shop around. Weber State's in Eugene catching 21. I see 21.5 right now.
Oh God. This disease of betting Weber.
No, fuck them. I hate them. Because you and Bieniek. I will take Weber and 21.5, but I will not bet them. You?
Yeah, I'm taking Weber here.
Lock?
Yeah, I'm gonna lock this. They got the big one with Illinois, the Big Ten opener, or I guess the next set of opener here, because they play that random game at the beginning of December. So yeah, give me Weber to lose by 18. So I'll lock up Weber here.
Moneyline Max saying
WILD. Cats. WILD.
I'm not touching this fucking game, but give me Weber.
Oregon plays with their food in these big spread games a lot.
I'm all out of lives with Weber. All right. Now this one.
What a game.
This one. Fuck a Sunday night football. You get this game. St. Thomas at Riverside. Yeah, it's strange. They don't really Minnesota to Riverside. Going into Ontario Airport. St. Thomas has won 6 straight. Yeah. Riverside's 5-0 at home. Have fun with that. I will take Riverside to win this game. I will bet Riverside to win this game. And some say I'm a Big West specialist. What are you doing here, Mac?
Yeah, I don't like the spot here for our Tommies. This actually might be my favorite play of the night. Love Riverside at home. I think their athleticism wears out the Tommies here in Cali.
Double lock on the Highlanders of Riverside. Let's go. All right. UT Arlington is heading to San Marcos, where Texas stays. Texas tough. They're laying 6.5. Give me Arlington in the points. Am I crazy to think the money line could be a little live here?
No, not at all. I actually had this one circled. I kind of want to bet Arlington. Let's go.
Texas State's 5-0 at home. That's a phony 5-0.
Yep. Arlington's battle test.
Let's take Arlington. Arlington.
Let's go.
Mavericks plus 6.5. Sprinkle a little bit on that 215 money line. Sprinkle a little bit there on that 215 money line. Let's dance. Toledo is heading to West Lafayette. This line has come down a half a point at Mackey Arena there. I'll take Purdue.
Yeah, they lost 2 in a row. Painter's going to have these guys ready to go. I'll lay it. No bet.
Oh boy, it wouldn't be a slate without Mississippi Valley State. They're catching 39 in Baton Rouge against LSU. Lines come down a half a point. I'm seeing 38.5. Give me LSU.
Who's LSU got on deck?
SEC
Vandy?
play. Yeah, Vandy.
Yeah, lay it.
Western Kentucky is heading into Ann Arbor, catching 18.5 damn points. My tops. Big Red.
Yeah.
Big fucking Red. I just don't know, man.
Michigan fucking drills the team in bye games, though.
Give me the points. No bet.
It's the last game of the night. I'm betting Western Kentucky. Too many.
It's not the last game of the night. There's one more.
Well, they're at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to bet Western Kentucky here. I think that they're going to show up here. Michigan, obviously, the Big Ten game on deck. I think they finally don't cover one of these bye games. Give me Western Kentucky in the tops, baby.
I might join you. I don't feel good about this one, though, but why don't let Mac lock it up the tops? I will lock up this one, though, because the Camels are trotting on in to Belichickville, catching 27.5 points. I know the Camels are 5-7.
There's a lot on a Sunday night.
I know they just got drilled by Longwood by 22. But God damn it, they lost to Ohio State by 44. Maybe I shouldn't bet them. But I still think 27.5. This is an in-state game.
I ain't betting this one.
Give me the 27.5. Sand sandwiches for everybody. You know camels have 6 eyelids. Bet you didn't know that. 6 fucking eyelids. It's incredible. They're gonna stay within that number. You have fun with your tops. Carolina wins by 25.
Oh, I love the tops. Fuck Bieniek.
Carolina's at Louisville next, by the way.
I did see that.
It's a good spot.
I wish you luck.
I'm just trying to talk you into it.
I'm saying with the
Let's
tops.
go.
This is the
6
part of the show
eyelids.
where I'm like,
You want to fade 6 eyelids?
I mean, they can play with their food and still win by 35. That's the problem.
All right. Top plays of the night. That's our show because we're out of slides. But top plays of the night. I told you I bet 2 games already. That is the Hospital, and that is American. So those are 2 of the top 3 for me. The third. I think it's Riverside. Mac, where are you going here?
I had Riverside as my number 1. And then just going through the other ones. Give me. I really like the Arlington one late as well.
I do like that one too.
I think they're live in that one. So I got that one. And then my third one I'll go with is. Let's go with Belmont and Drake.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Fade the undefeated team coming out of the break. I think it's going to be a hell of a game. Belmont, proud team. 5-point game.
I want to give out a parlay to my clientele that have been dialing 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE over the years. I think Green Bay at plus 280 should be parlayed with UT Arlington at plus 215. Let me just make sure I enter this. You ever talk a bunch of shit and realize you don't enter?
Oh, every day.
Yeah. If I'm gonna say it, I gotta actually put this in right now. What do you think about that parlay on the money line?
So what we say? We say Green Bay, Arlington, and then let's throw one more in there for round robin.
I'm listening right now.
Which one did we really like together that we thought
as a dog? That's what I'm saying. There's not a lot that I think. I don't. Right though. Let me think about this for a second. So we got Green Bay. What about the likes? No. I don't think the Salukis can win it outright.
Dogs. I mean, we don't think the Salukis. I mean, did Belmont pick off Drake? And
that's. I thought about that one.
Yeah,
that could be. Like that's like Drake has looked really good though. But you had Evansville as one, but I don't know about that one.
I had Evansville as, but I know you didn't lock that. But it is a home dog against Missouri State in the Valley.
So right now, that's what I'm saying. I don't think we have to Riverside. They're +1. I don't think you have to force it. If it's not there, it's not there. Let's just put $50 to make 300. Oh no, wait. What am I doing here? No. Parlay. $50 to make $513 plus 926. Now you are fucking talking. Now we're fucking talking. I mean, let's live a little dangerously here. Bet placed. Folks, give Moneyline Mac a follow on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. Make sure you check out the Big 12 college experience and the Ride and Rush show. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. Check out the college football experience, the FCS college football experience, the college baseball experience, and the sports gambling podcast. Give Noah Bieniek a follow on Twitter at NoahB77_. I think he changes his goddamn handle all the time. Did I get that? Did I nail that? I don't remember. I don't know if that was his old one or his new one, but give him a follow. He's up in his goddamn winter cabin playing fucking Yahtzee with his family. All right. Couldn't make the show because of a fucking game of Yahtzee, and he's sending us goddamn hockey clips.
Denver. He's really taking this Denver Pioneer athletics to another level.
This guy. Give him a follow. He's a good bastard. All right. Happy holidays to everyone out there too. If you don't listen to us tomorrow or the 31st, it's because we're, good luck finding us on the 1st. But yeah, we appreciate you. Happy holidays, you, your family, your friends, your enemies, all that good stuff. And appreciate you rocking with us over the years. So yeah, hit that like and subscribe. We need what's our number right now, Mac? That live number, if you could put less than 400. 14 613. Sorry, I'm a fucking idiot. So what, 370-ish? 77? No way we're making this. No way.
I can't do math right now.
No way we're making this. You said it fucking you thought we had some people. But yeah. It's been fun. You got a couple more nights to the ball drops. All right. enjoy some time with your family, your friends, and 387. Thank you, Clark. And shout out to the whole chat. Appreciate you. It's a fun thing to do. Come in here, talk hoops. I can't believe people actually like listening to our stupid fucking faces. But yeah, I'm grateful for it, regardless of whether you're a Pussy Pack fan or you make fun of my gap tooth. Till next time, folks. This is the college basketball experience. Can't wait to hit that fucking parlay. And we out of here.
My darts, you get ripped apart. Save the cookie cutter mother for 106 apart. Cause of your liquor will I sip your heart. You never dumb it down, dog. If you're smart, I throw out a couple of lines. Biters are quick to cross. Fishing you on a dick to lie. Piss you off, it goes. Tits and bras, lips and jaws. I use my common sense to see the bitch and all. Good thing you got the market corner. Kids and malls. Grip the red carpet as you slip and fall off. Another career spear. Thanks for trying to block. You get an A for effort and an effort. Shut the fuck up. Here's a hint. Put down the mic, you catch a glimpse. And keep them eyes wide when you see me. Mike's I sees them. So when you see him, you got a good reason to look. Catch a glimpse. A lot of these heads need to improve their improv. Talent's not a program you download to install. Quality spread through hard work, no involved. My peers respect me cause I'm genuinely evolved. Beyond gathering names to build up my buddy list. You decide, friendships and pounds and suicide and bloody risk. Come equipped or leave empty-handed. They don't call me C's for nothing. See the camera? Smile. Click. Here comes the picture. You act like a child. Manhood don't fit you. I'll break your whole style down to a bumper sticker and never need a gun to lift you. Here's a hint. Put down the mic and catch a glimpse. And keep them eyes wide when you see me. Mike's I sees them. So when you see him, you gotta go reason to look. Catch a glimpse. Some of rap's dinosaurs think the corporate fat cats. Critiquing metaphors and can't afford a new backpack. Itching for the fast track, homie, you better scratch that. Need to pay some dues and learn the rules of the mouse chat. Hollering mic check, unaccounted for bounce flat and inflated. Play on, player, your game is dated. Migrated cause you hate it. Don't claim bi-coastal. Your crew with the balloons and the ice cream social. The industry's a joke, I'm not the only one laughing. Fit your neck with the yoke, then pursue your passion. Last in the race, how's the view from behind? Away from the front, catch a glimpse, shut your eyes. Here's a hint. Put down the mic, you catch a glimpse. And keep them eyes wide when you see me. Mike's I sees them. So when you see him, you got a good reason to look. Catch a glimpse. Move along, there's nothing to see here. If I was a nice motherfucker, I wouldn't be here. Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.